think that comes with the trash talk territory, and I'm hoping we see a step up from Wrath, especially. Like, he's been someone who's been very enjoyable to watch against tougher opponents so far. Now, well, we'll see if they can bounce back. I do think that maps in this series are going to be kind of null and void, especially when it comes down to Dust2. This is a map where we already saw Singularity take Liquid to overtime. So we know that they can play this map already. It is one that, again, I've enjoyed the sort of secondary AWPing out from Sonic, so I think that's a good sign. And we'll see how things go down in this pistol, Jason.
If ATK win this round, actually, whoever wins this round, I can already hear the trash talk in my head. Seb's gonna be waiting. He's had a pretty good performance so far in the series. Thing is, looking at Singularity, it wasn't necessarily teamwork that won the rounds. It was just like people just stepping up out of nowhere against Liquid. Seb's completely blinded up. Other flashbangs come in as well, and I think it actually blinded his own teammates. But Dapper, that's a quick little 2 shots, and the third to come in as well. Not able to get the fourth just yet, but somehow he was still alive. He does turn it into a 3-on-2. They do have a kit on Relics, but will they expect OC to already be on Catwalk? And well, that's gonna be the first. Looking for the second, leaves all on the flop. He's just trying to back away. He actually gooses both of them. 12 HP and 3 HP respectively between the two players. And he does get one more kill. Now down to a 1-on-1. He runs out of ammo. And you can see Rat trying to push in. The kit's on the ground. He does have some time to play with, but Floppy is going to get the shot. And there we go. Floppy with the big 3K.
I like how Modem is screaming like he's just won the whole Pro League. And Floppy's like, yeah, that was a good job. You know, I did what I need to do.
Modem's just, he's just straight lose his voice. I think I even heard him in the break talking about like how his voice is like cracking already. But hey, strong start. And the thing is, if they were up all night going over demos and stuff, they would have seen Singularity play Liquid on this map yesterday. So they would have known what they could do to punish their CTNT side.
He seems like the over-supportive dad at a football match. Like, where his son, like, gets one tackle and he's just like, yeah, get him! It's like that sort of thing. That's why I imagine him being, especially because in a lot of these rounds it does seem like he's been on the sidelines, but did manage to step up in a few of the rounds on the previous map. We'll see if he is going to be the man of the match.
Just saying he's the cheerleader for the team, because now I'm just imagining him in pom-poms and a cheerleader outfit.
Hey, Floppy, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Floppy. Give me an F.
No. The other one is split that V, dot that I, curl that C-T-O-R-Y. Victory, we're gonna win. Victory, let's do it again.
This needs to stop.
Don't ask why I know that one either.
I don't know. I can imagine you being like the bottom part of a cheerleader squad.
That's a long fall if she does slip off. We see the push not coming in towards B. Lowen gonna get caught looking the wrong way. It's Ross there to get the first, second, and third as well. He's getting the fourth. He was relatively quiet in the last map, but you know what? He's starting to step up here. And he does get the ace. Wrath, that was the time they needed him. Can I get that as a ringtone? Get out of my server!
Dapper actually tagged 3 of the players that Wrath killed at the beginning as well. Lots of damage being done from him.
He's not even the one to do the trash talking back. That's the funny thing. It's just the rest of his team that does it. Kind of like similar with Floppy in the last round.
Well, we'll see if it's going to be going backwards and forwards once more as we do have a force buy-in. It's not a particularly good one. Although Dapper is the assist king at the moment. He currently has 275 ADR. Really shows how much damage he did, and already another couple of kills. Looking to bolster that even further. JT can't do anything, but both players on this site are fairly low. There's definitely an opportunity here. I like the fact that Raph doesn't just go pushing in on his own. He waits for his teammates, the SMG boys, to arrive. Sonic, though, manages just one, and Floppy left alone once again, and this time he can't do anything. Bomb planted at least gives them a little bit of extra money, but it is still going to be the CT side getting the second round and getting a strong start off to the half once again. That's something that Dust mentioned, like both halves of the previous map, they got off to the strong start. It was actually just comebacks and grinding out the latter rounds that worked for ATK.
Well, with the bomb being planted and them getting a couple of kills in that round, that's going to do well for their economy. They're not going to actually force up into this, but they do have a ton of flashbangs, Tom. One smoke. And 8 flashes. And yes, I paused because I was trying to count it all up. And they're going to look straight towards long. The thing is, Dapper's not blind. Eventually, a flashbang comes through to mitigate some damage for a little bit of time. But the rest of the 6 players are going to be there. Sonic, not going to expect him to push through the smoke, but he's only going to get one. And well, JT will get one as well, but you can't expect too much more than that as Dapper's going to close it out. And now we see ATK in the buy. We have the money for an AWP if they want to go glass cannon.
It seems like Dapper goes where the frags go. Like, he was playing just outside B in the previous round. This round, he's A long. Of course, that is something that the CT side do quite regularly with gamble stacks and aggressive pushes on different sides of the map, but not so common in a round where you know your opponent's only going to have pistols. Maybe they expected a little bit more, but as you said, OC now onto the AWP. He was one of the best performers on the previous map with that AWP. Of course, the majority of that was on the CT side, although he still had a fair few openings. Seb, don't really want to see him getting too aggressive in this situation, and Modem forced back from this initial control of short. Still going to be lurking around that area, not wanting to give it up. But you can see the CTs this round, at least, a bit more passive. The only man getting aggressive is actually Seb, and he's managed to do some damage onto Floppy through the long doors. However, mid-control is mainly reliant on the AWP of Relics. You can see Dapper now starting to peek in. Modem kind of needs to get at least a kill here. His teammate's actually going to be rotating in this direction. He's going to be clearing the angle, and Dazzle's caught him off. They go around the corner and they line up, but it's only going to be one. However, the counter Molotov is well timed. That's going to mean that Dazzle can fall back to the site without any real problems.
Well, one smoke, one Molotov for ATK to use. Seb looking to actually flank around behind them, which would be successful. Dazzle's got to hit these shots as be the only man here. The reinforcements towards long have rotated in behind middle. They're going to hop on towards the site. Dazzle, he's not going to get any of them, unfortunately. And that's just going to Molotov off behind them, but that's going to be a little bit of a TK coming through. Floppy gets overzealous, takes down JT, and now it leaves OC by himself up against the 3 players being posed in from all different angles. Singularity will still take the round. Modem on 0 kills currently. But Singularity.
It's time to wake up! You nervous? Wake up!
I like the cheeky smile out of Dapper after. Like, I got him.
Score 1 for Dapper. Modem to serve.
Well, he needs to get a kill in a round before he can do that.
Once again, it's going to be some pistols, and I wonder if we are going to see a fast take into B. Of course, expecting the incendiary early in this round, so just going to wait for that to fade. They've got a lot of utility on their side of things, but again, it's just going to have to be a patient round. And the one worry with these sort of plays is you have to be careful you don't just get pushed from behind. However, they are actually going through. They've got to be careful. Relics is going to be able to get one. It's on to Dapper to hold this site down, and he sort of leaves his teammate to die. But he is doing a good job, in fact, cleaning things up, leaving OC alone. He's picked up the AWP, but can't do anything. Spammed through the door. 5-1 in favor of Singularity.
Where was the Singularity in the last map? They chose Train. That clearly didn't go their way. Obviously, they did push Liquid overtime, as we mentioned before, on Dust2 just yesterday. ATK is struggling on the T side, though. They finally have the buy-up with an op on OC yet again. Moto will be the first out of long. He has bait in the shot, so allows them to actually take control and force the Singularity to just back away. And Sonic's going to be the one to play the lurk over towards tunnels. Imagine, though, that smoke he just threw is not going to really draw any more attention. But it looks like they might try to hit, or at least leave him to hit towards Catwalk, where I think Seb's actually pushed up and might have heard him running around. This actually might be Sonic's downfall, but Seb's actually not even looking towards him because the smoke's going to be there. Will Sonic push this? Or Where will he stay? In the meantime, the rest of his team is pushing up towards long. Dapper going to be the one to defend. And he'll just be completely smoked off.
Dazzle, however, is going to be able to win that duel, so it leaves them just on long. Seb holding the cross, he gets 2 kills. Modem a little bit unlucky as he walks into the last bullet, leaving only 2 remaining. JT knows he has to try and get aggressive here. Does a lot of damage through the smoke. Does manage 1, but his teammate's gone down in the meantime, and he has everything to do. Dapper will close out the round with the AWP. And a 6th now going to be onto the board. And the thing I'm starting to question is whether or not that train pick was more just based off knowing their opponent didn't play it. Like, you look at the statistics, even for Singularity, it's not really a map they seem to play too much.
I feel like that's the wrong mindset to have, though, going into this, just because of what this match means for both these 2 teams. I feel like it's smarter just to play your comfort picks than to take the other team to a map that they don't seem to play too often. Remember, loser of this series will go to relegation. Winner will go on to the 2nd group stage in November, where they obviously have some weeks to practice before then.
I think whoever it is will have a lot of work to do, because you have to bear in mind there's already some pretty tough teams through to that stage. You got the likes of Renegades, you got the likes of Furia, even Envy there as well.
Complexity.
Both of these teams are still going to be heavy underdogs in that stage, so definitely going to have to put that prep in, but we're yet to find out who that's going to be. Dapper once again. Modem now 0, 1, and 8.
Doing his best Wrath impression from Train.
Yeah, he's been put on mute, at least for now. But all it takes is 1. Managed to at least get the trade back. Flash coming through. That's going to give JT quite a lot of space. Dapper still feeling confident, and he's going to find the pick as well. The smoke a little bit delayed. Surely he's not going to go through the smoke. No, he'll leave it onto Wrath, who has been an absolute anchor on this site. Bobby gets 1, actually a 2nd as well. Finally, we see the man from the last match. And OC, he's going to try and hold off rotations. The thing is, with an AWP, that's going to be tough, but he actually goes forward, and this has worked wonderfully just by Relic's aggression. Seb trying to cross over here is going to be fairly difficult. He actually spots his opponent, but too little, too late. Floppy finds a triple. OC with the other 2.
That was dangerous, though, because OC had the bomb, and he was sitting towards CT spawn. If he died to Relics, they actually could have lost that round. Either way, it does work out for him, so they're going to be happy about it nonetheless. And then again, Floppy carrying over his streak from Train. Currently on 6 kills. Dapper on 15, FYI. And Wrath, that was only his 2nd death so far of this half.
B-side has been a bit of a haven for Singularity so far within this match. That's the first time it's been dropped. Once again, mid-control going to be a point of contention for this T side as continuously try and make a play through this spot. As said, it's not been a massive success for them, but I guess their attempts into short have been in vain. Look at the push through long, though. All the way through into those long doors. Floppy waiting. But these sort of plays, you always question whether or not Seb will eventually make a move or if he's going to wait. You could definitely see he's questioning it, but as of right now, just sitting patiently. And the T's, even still, like they haven't gained much control. They're finally going to make their move towards shore. But with 35 seconds left, they haven't got any openers, and there goes Seb. He finally makes that move. He spotted out 2 players. The first, the second goes his way, and now the panic sets in. The bomb's actually split up from the rest of the players. Finally, they'll clear out Seb, but well, I was going to say, is it too little, too late? Modem somehow manages to get forward, and Dapper is going to have all the pressure on his shoulders. Luckily, Dazzle's actually got one through the smoke. That's going to be the bomb drop to Modem. Well, he's got to times his kills by 4 just to do anything here, and Relics, well, will be there to put him down. We finally saw a round onto the ball for ATK, but it does not last long.
MLG, why are you at the bottom of the scoreboard again?
Who screamed that?
That was the coach.
Oh, I couldn't see it. I was looking at the entire team like, wait, that's no one screaming. No one's mouth's open.
Maybe it's the admin again.
If you guys win this game, I'll give you 20 bucks. Still don't know who said that, by the way, because it was no one on Singularity, as far as I know. Pistols bought up for ATK as they obviously won the round and lost the next. Being held out of long, flashing through. They don't get long control, but they don't have the most ideal weapons to deal with Singularity here. I'm just going to spot them out, and they are coming up close. Seb's going to be there, and Seb will only get one, unfortunately. Wrath just going to do Wrath things. Sprays through the smoke, gets himself one. Dapper's going to be on the board, and, well, this is going to be shut down here. OC alone. Does have bomb, but there's so many CT players closing in on him. That's going to be the first, so they're making it more likely for him to pull this off as he backs away. Not going to get much more than that, as Wrath will get his third of the round, put himself up to 12, and Singularity up to 8.
Let's go! 1-9! Yo, you guys picked this? I can't hear you, bottom!
See, now that insult's an interesting one for me.
I didn't understand.
He said, you guys picked this. Like, well, you picked Train. Seeming like both teams might be struggling on their own choices at the moment. 8 rounds already for the CT side of Singularity. Yet to really see anything. Finally, a long play, other than with pistols, but it's actually going to be cat control. We've seen more default rounds than ATK, than any real like sort of build-up play together. They've mostly been looking for opening picks, and that's been all Singularity's ballpark. The only thing that worries me for Singularity is that financially, they're not that stable. They got a couple of players, $3,500 and above, but the rest below 1,500. A rebuy would be tough if they do lose one of these rounds. Flash coming through. Dazzle a little bit unlucky. It's going to be Sonic to quell that aggression. Molotov looking to go over the top is going to leave Dapper in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, he's
Actually,
still hurting.
burning in the smoke. This is a problem. He's going to be taken down. But Seb, he peeks at the right time. He's going to manage just one, in fact. It's actually Dapper to get the kill with the Molotov. The smoke has gone down. Their only smoke has gone down. And that could give something for Relics on the cross. However, the flashbang is good. A fantastic shot from Wrath. I don't even know how he got that kill. And they've made it into a 2 versus 2. I like this, though. A complete switch up of position. They're going to try and take this through long. I don't think the T side will be expecting both players to go this way, although they're both watching that direction. Seems like they're mind readers, but they look away. Oh, looks back at the right time. Relics with one. Can he get the second onto JT? Just a single bullet and he'll hit it as well. Singularity just can't do any wrong at this point. Another round onto the board for them. But even still, it's another costly one. I can't compete with this.
I mean, that's what's going to happen. You talk smack, and then you start not doing too well, and it's going to come back to you 100%, 1,000%.
If you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk.
Unfortunately, you can't because he's sitting.
Roll the roll doesn't sound quite as good.
It's not too bad. 9-2 now for Singularity. Double op set up for Dapper and Relics. OC going to be able to have the op for ATK again. But they have been non-existent on this T side. No one's been able to step up. No one's been able to have the impact that Train gave them. But if they want to close the series out, someone's going to have to do it. And I wonder who it would be. Poppy's already had an okay start. But OC, his op on Train was one of the big reasons they were able to take so many rounds.
Even still, though, just one round could be the spark that ignites ATK. They would destroy the finances of Singularity even after a streak, as much as they have. Seb still trying to get aggressive around this smoke, and with a minute left, there's barely any utility for Singularity to play with. This is such an aggressive play out from Seb. this smoke fades, you have to feel like he'll die. He's actually going to go through, and he manages one. I almost expected for a second he'd get the second. I think Motum is just the unlucky duckling at this point. He's caught out in every single situation. Dapper now left as the lone defender. It seems like CT side are expecting this to be B. They're so heavily gambled, but he still manages to get the kill, and now can just look to try and fade away, but he's still challenging. He's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to give this back. Bomb is going to be going down, and I don't know, with 3 players, are they all going to challenge for short? Dapper goes and falls. And now I favor the T side quite heavily here. This smoke fade is going to be a big deal. The winner of this battle will surely be the winner of the round, and both kills go the way of the T's. Dazzle just has to try and save an extra weapon here. I believe there might be an AWP into pit, which would at least be something. But there you go. ATK, after a long streak going in the other direction, are finally going to win themselves a round, and there's no money.
Exactly. This might be their time to finally streak together some rounds. Relic's going to be the only one on any decent amount at 5K. And they do have an AWP save, but will the AWP be enough? ATK need to bounce back here. And they did come back. Actually, they had a 10-5 start on Train. And we're able to close that out, swap it over to the T side. And they're actually going to invest into this. Look at the Singularity double up setup with the FAMAS, and they've enforced the pistols as well. Very risky buy for them. I guess they want to at least lock down double digits in the first half. JT going to flash things up, maybe look to push. He's got to be careful not to lose the SG, though. Dapper's on 18 kills. Ridiculous.
Well, I'm more impressed by the 184 ADR. That's a pretty crazy number. Is he going to be flashed off? Dapper waiting in the corner. JT not even facing the right way, but is able to turn around. And that mistake costs 2 players. Smoke isn't there over the top, though. Normally quite a common one to be thrown. Raft actually gets pre-fired as well. And it has to just be the save from Relics. Bring that AWP into the next round. Seb doesn't have a massive amount to lose. But all that started with the kills out from JT. You have to feel that Dab was able to connect his shots. Oh, a bit like Seb does here. Come on, now at least what they have into the next round means something extra. And able to make things costly as well. A couple of players drop now. I don't really want to see the T's overface this either. I understand the want to take this AWP out of the hands of the opposition. I think Seb was debating going for a ninja defusal there, but there's so little time left on the clock, he isn't going to be able to. And they actually play it very safe. They throw down a smoke to make sure Relics can't get any more kills, and they get away.
I'm getting ready, dude.
Well, with that buy-up out of Singularity, ATK should be able to pull off another round 2 off the back of that. Just the AK and the AWP saved. They're actually still investing into some armor and some pistols, at least for Wrath. Singularity need to be careful. The rounds are slipping away. ATK's confidence, I think, more importantly, is starting to build. Pretty sure soon, if this keeps up, we're going to hear Modem on the mic again. And to be honest, this is probably the easiest site to push into, just up against the USP and the P250. No utility to hold them back.
Yeah, this is a all-out gamble from the CT side, but look how far Dapper's got. Somehow Dazzle actually manages to get a kill with the USP. There's no way he should be surviving any further, but he actually does manage to get back around the corner. Some extra damage caused, and now Seb, I'd be surprised if he gets much further than this, but Dapper comes in from behind. They've now turned this into a 3 versus 2. Seb has a kit. There's 2 players with Kevlar. The only problem is they don't have any utility, but it does mean they have some extra time here. This battle's going to be important. Seb wins that as well, and it leaves just Floppy trying to clutch this one out. They can wait for that smoke to fade. They don't have to be over-aggressive here. They can look to try and play this all together. Surely Floppy's going to be going down in this scenario. Relics peeks out. He goes down. Floppy gets the second as well. And Seb only on 12 HP. Floppy might have just saved them here. He burns the clock down and gets the final kill as well. A massive clutch from him. 4 kills total. And ATK get their 5th round off this man alone.
Yeah, he said absolutely no way you keep you. He's an absolute liability. You feel me?
How many times is he going to clutch out rounds for ATK? Just showing how good of a player he is. He's been able to do this so many times and really keep ATK in this match. He gets in the 5th on the board. Singularity. I mean, they don't have the best buy here in the final round of the first half. Look at this, pushing straight in towards Long. JT's gonna get the first. What a snap to the head of Dapper. They're gonna help retrieve and reinforce this position. Seb's gonna get one as he tries to back away. Modem's gonna charge forward looking for this. Seb actually pushes through the smoke instead, gets the first, and he's probably gonna get the second as well with that play. And now it's down to a 2-on-2. Is he gonna continue to just keep pushing?
Oh my god, what is going on? He's gone full rank S mode in this moment. Just trying to get every single kill. The problem is, what? Wrath wins a fight with an MP9 down mid. What a 10th round. This game has gone into full chaos, and that man's the reason why. I don't know what just happened there. I think he's been watching Stewie 2K demos from a few years ago and becomes the smoke criminal, but nonetheless, it's going to be a solid half coming out from Singularity. A 10-5 scoreline. Well, now they look to try and take us to a 3rd map. There's one more half to go in Dust2. We'll be back after the break.
Well, ATK have gone silent from that first map of trade. It's all because of basically Dapper and Seb, 19 kills and 18 kills respectively, 160 ADR. Some insane stuff coming out of Singularity as they look to take it to a third map.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a man on the other side of the scale, the loudest person in the survey in the previous map, currently with 28.5 ADR, so silenced a little bit. We'll see if man of the match can become the man of the moment as they go pushing into this site. Sonic, wow, he's just killing them all. 3 kills already off the back of the USP, and he's still standing. Modern will come in to throw in his helping hand. Dazzle. So much left to do in this. I don't really see a chance for him. The bomb down on the B site, 4 players left to find. It's more going to be if he can make a little bit of cash for the next one. However, just with that crossfire in play, it just does not seem possible. Doesn't even expect OC to be in the corner, and ATK, a very clean pistol around, and mostly off the back of that man on your screen.
This is a huge round. We need this.
Yeah, Sonic. That was the start they needed. I mean, they're talking about the next round's the big round, but I think that was it to get some motivation within the team to raise them around the spirits of all of their players. That first half was very unfortunate. And Dapper has caught a tag. I received a bullet in the leg. So he does cross. Sorry, JT did it. Singularity have actually grouped up for a potential mid play. There's going to be Modem there waiting. They do have a lot of smokes to use on the T side, so they're looking to create an opportunity. Nice little flash does help assist Modem for the peak. And again, Sonic, well, he will be there. 11 kills already, looking to add more, and Dazzle just completely shuts down Modem. Sonic's done some good damage, but hasn't gotten a kill just yet. He's looking to push up. He's looking for more.
OC holding onto the cross. This should be nigh and impossible for them to get past him here with the AUG homed in on that position. JT as well starting to get a little bit aggressive, and there's 2 desperately low players here. He'll be happy with just 1. The T's are just being forced backwards and forwards into different positions, and one by one they'll be tapped away. Nice shot from Relics at least, but it's not really going to cause any problems. And that second round conversion will mean that the T side have to take an eco into this round.
Did they not pick up the AUG? It was behind car. I thought they just left it, and last second realized, oh, it's down. Okay, so they didn't pick it up, so. Well, I mean, you heard Bodem, he said, don't drop me. So I guess they're trying to look ahead towards the next rounds, and this should be a relatively clean one. It's just a couple of Deagles and a P250, but again, we've seen what Deagles can do, especially Relics with that last shot, the fadeaway shot of the prior round. They're already looking to push up towards short. It's going to be Modem and OC there to receive this.
This
have 3 flashbangs. They don't have any smokes, though, and that kind of worries me.
Yeah, it's just one of those rounds where they literally just
him.
run in and just try and get the bomb plant. Any damage is just a bonus. OC gonna pad the stats a little bit, and well, bomb denied. Only 1 player going down.
Floppy getting that kill onto the man who dropped CT to flank around towards ramp just actually think saved the bomb plant. Because eventually he would have been overrun and he should have died. He wasn't even looking down towards that area. But a good job. They closed it out in a clean way. And they're off to the start they needed. Now both teams being quiet.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of a limbo period because Singularity have let their lead slip, but ATK are not in a position where they can blow just yet. They're still technically losing, so. And we haven't seen a proper purchase actually come in from Singularity, so. This will be where the proper battle begins. Still a reasonable amount of damage done to the opposing side economy as well, so. Modem just gonna be on an SMG. It is curious that he doesn't want to be dropped a gun. Maybe just realizing this isn't his match so far.
It's been a rough one, let's be fair.
JT's not going to get anything. That's an important pick, and Now the rest of the team are just going to gamble. They're going to run straight in. Modem going to try and go through the smoke. Doesn't win that duel either. It's left onto Sonic. He had a great pistol round, but needs to do so much more. Dapper facing the wrong way. Sonic gets a second. The third as well for him. Just trying to hold it all down. Even gets a dink. Leaving Seb with limited HP. But even still, they have the man advantage. OC going to go running in, knowing he's low, getting the call from a teammate. And this 1v1 could be giving them that way back into the game. He doesn't know where Wrath currently is, but he peeks and finds that final frag. Sonic is the real hero of that round, but OC winning the 1v2 is still crucial. And it will keep their comeback continuing as they get their 9th onto the board. This was such sick play from Sonic.
And he dinks the last player too. Like, oh man. The amount of work he did just gave them the round pretty much, with OC there to close it out. And he did it in the pistol round defending B. He's done it yet again in the gun round. Up to 14 kills and 5 assists, but those kills having much more impact than it says. And look at this, rushing straight up towards long. Bodum, I think, might be overrun a second. Floppy's trying to help assist him, and well, they've actually lost 2 players. OC's gonna be there. He's kind of locked up now. Able to rescue one of the weapons. He needs some backup. He needs to survive here. Luckily for him, Singularity haven't pushed. He's trying to... Wow, I'm actually amazed he gets across there. But he does stay alive.
Will they even know he's not there anymore?
Yeah, that's a good question. They didn't see him cross back. They're probably just going to assume he's there. It's not like they have much utility to deal with it anyway. It's not like we're going to see a Molotov thrown in. But this might give OC an actual angle to use. And there you go, Rat's head taken clean off. 3 on 2 now.
Oh, we'll get... Okay, that was pretty damn clean. Still going to be trying in this direction, but Sonic there once again. And now Relic's left into a 1v2 clutch. We saw it a round ago from OC. Can he replicate? He knows Sonic's there, but it doesn't matter. Sonic again with another big round. The peek out, giving them that equalization.
I keep seeing Modem's mouth open like he's going to scream, and then he catches himself.
Listen, let me talk. This is what's going to happen.
I mean, but just look at Sonic. He's just like, yeah, I'm clutching. What's up? 10-10. 5 rounds straight here for ATK. And 6 more to go to get into the second group stage and to put Singularity in relegation. In relegation. Not straight to MDL. They have a chance to stay, to fight their way through. I think the pressure's really getting to the teams now. Obviously, the screaming was amazing on Train. It was amazing in the beginning of Dust2, but both teams feeling that pressure, realizing what's on the line for them. And Singularity have just been quiet, but it's been Sonic to just save them in this CT half.
He now tops the board for his team. Relix has been fairly quiet, and it seems like Modem's amazing plan was to take control of long. Leaving just JT on B. This is a high-risk strategy.
Wow, so they all left long, and now they're all pushing short.
This is a weird round, but I guess it is something that could catch the opponents off guard. Wrath waiting, but not ready for that sort of peak. Depends how many people he actually spotted, though. I think he only saw a couple, so they can't really opt to play off of this. They're now going to look to fight back into middle, but nothing really spotted out. Dapper will be able to get one. Both players spraying through and both taking an awful lot of damage. He has been the star of the show in this map. A ludicrous amount of damage. Alex, a little bit delayed with the shot, and I like this. OC gonna try to re-aggress here, looking into the top of mid, and should have a free frag. Dapper gonna be jumping up for the trade, but he's too late. The CTs have got away with it, and now the push coming in at least a little bit onto B. The main problem I have is they've got so little control, but that kill will change things. That is literally what has changed everything for them here, as that peak allows them now to get the A site under their control. 2 players desperately low, well 3 if you include Dapper on their own side. In fact, he's going to fall. It's left onto Seb, but this is a workable position. He just needs to find one of these battles. Flash coming over the top. He's going to get one, but I don't think he expects Floppy to push that fast, even after the flashbangs go over. That is going to be now the lead taken.
Specifically gives Modem the high five for the turkey. And
Yeah,
everyone else the fist bump.
It's kind of weird.
I do like that we can hear them. I know I say this all the time, but it's cool to actually hear like the mindset of what they're trying to do in that round. Like what was the plan, or what is the plan coming up?
Yeah, I will say, like, even if we didn't have the ability to listen in, some of the stuff that they've been shouting, I think we'd be able to hear anyway.
Oh yeah.
We're not that far away. But they have taken the lead 6 rounds in a row now for ATK. Singularity have let things slip and their momentum has dwindled. Early nade will do a bit of damage to JT. Again, they're leaving him as the sole defender of this site. We saw Sonic doing it initially. OC again gets aggressive, and while maybe too many times, Modem with a lot of angles to check here. So many flares, and he doesn't get anyone caught in his thought process, and instead hands away a free kill. Gives Singularity a 2-man advantage, and look how much cash there is for the CT side right now. It's not the most important thing in this round, but if they lose this one, they're going to be left with nothing. Molotov is going to force JT out. Okay, never mind. He's going to die. He's going to walk into the flames. I think he thought he had a smoke, but he was wrong. Multiple mistakes now being made by ATK, which could not only put Singularity back on level pegging, but potentially give them the lead.
I think ATK are just focused on saving these guns. I think they realize the round is going to be almost impossible, except the bomb is heading in the direction. If Floppy and Sonic can get these kills, they actually could still take this round. They spot the first and second player. They're going to get the first one down. That's going to be Dapper. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the bomb, however. By seeing both players, they're going to get the bomb down at the A side, and it looks like they're still going to challenge us. And hell, if you can hit shots like that, you might be able to pull it off. It was a 2-on-5, and now it's a 2-on-3. They do have 2 kits. They still have 3 players to find, Tom.
Yeah, the bomb's actually planted for short as well. Curious, considering I think they did spot both players. Well, I think they tried to run boost there, and they have just made so much noise that they're just going to back away. That's unfortunate. But yeah, a lot of mistakes made in that round by ATK. They had so many opportunities to give themselves the lead, and instead have allowed Singularity to get back to an even scoreline. Still, though, I think they're just overhunting here. Like, the T side don't have much cash to be throwing this many weapons away, and I would gamble on the fact that ATK are probably going to invest something here. The only reason they wouldn't is because they would be able to get a buy into the next round anyway if they do save here. Maybe not a particularly good one, but a buy nonetheless.
Still able to get 3 kills where they probably shouldn't have been able to get too much. I guess you can give them the first one as they push tunnels. I have a feeling that ATK is going to be forced into this. Oh, okay, well, maybe I should just wait till we got in a game before I said anything. 3 pistols, but they still have the 2 ops. Sonic.
You don't trust me, Jason?
I don't know. I thought I heard Modem say, like, drop me. So.
And then they went, we're okay.
They said, what's your score? Yeah, we're good.
Oh, this is so aggressive from Floppy. That's going to be the orb down and well retrieved for a matter of seconds. The B site opened up by Dapper. He's still on 140 ADR, and I just want to reference the fact that that's about to go up, because that does not include the 2 kills he just got. This now becomes the Sonic defense squad. 2 bodyguards, and well, we'll see how good they're actually going to perform.
Bomb has been planted.
Seb just waiting to see if anybody will peek. I guess they're trying to hunt down that second AWP, or, well, second weapon. They haven't actually seen what Sonic has had. Although, considering they've been running a double AWP setup for quite a lot of this CT side, you can hazard a guess. Seb, I don't think he's going to expect the second player around the corner, so Modern will be able to shut down one more. Again, this is still not a massively stable economy for Singularity. They're really focusing on trying to get rid of these weapons, and they haven't actually built up much catch themselves, but they have taken the lead.
I think that's the important part of this too, considering they had a 10-5 scoreline at the end of the first half.
Josh, take this.
So MP9. Sounds like Motom's dropping over a weapon to a teammate here. So putting him back on the SMG. I can respect that play to Motom too, kind of giving over the other weapons, the rifles to his teammates when he's had a rough match, only 5 kills. He's respecting that they're going to be able to do a little bit more with it at the moment, not having, I guess, much confidence. They're going to boost them back in towards side as the aggressive play towards long has not let them control. And Dapper gets a kill on JT. He's actually by himself over at the B side. He might be able to draw on more defenders, and he will fall to Sonic, luckily, for the side of ATK that he got the kill.
Yeah, a lot of their play seemed fairly reliant. They started rotating the bomb back in that direction. OC knows his teammates have short control, so he can just opt to try and focus in this direction. They'll have a fairly decent setup as the push actually begins to come in. Modern going to get very aggressive, but absolutely no impact whatsoever. Just a giant decoy grenade running in at that point. OC missing the shot is going to hand the kill away to Rap, but a nice shot from Floppy at least gives him a chance. He knows that Relics is behind him. Throw the smoke down. May just be trying to escape with his SG, which he should now be able to do. However, in the grand scale of things, this has turned out into a fairly decent round, especially considering the setup. It seemed like ATK had a decent idea of what was going on. They had 3 players on short. They had also OC watching in the other direction, but it just all fell apart.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, actually, that he threw the smoke down, OC, for the cross. He just gave up an entire angle and then forced, I guess, the one angle on towards CT ramp. I thought he would have gone for a shot there instead. Leave that position open to get an early kill. But Singularity will be able to take 3 straight now. Economy busted out of ATK as the loss bonus is starting to kick in. Not in the best of ways, you can see. 3,600, the most they're going to have, and that's just on 1 player for JT. Singularity getting close to taking us to map point.
And it seems fairly reminiscent of the last match. A good start from one team, the comeback, and then the team that initially started everything off, seeing it through. TC going to be given a little bit of time.
I almost feel like with the AWP here that they did save, you got to make something happen. You got to go for a play. They tried pushing B tunnels with it before when they saved the 2 ops, and that just didn't work. High risk, potential for the high reward. Sorry, it was SG they saved for Floppy. But put him in position to make a play, and he's the one that's been able to do it so far on 21 kills. Looks like they will go towards long to set him up. Seb's going to be waiting, but the smoke going to help actually the CT side out. Oh. Spray down comes through. He gets 2, almost the 3rd. And there you go. Sonic and Floppy do get a kill. So they have control of lawn. They can recover another weapon, but they've lost control of the main part of the site.
Oh, this is so sneaky. I like this from Dazzle. He's actually just going to sit up here. Floppy has no idea. He never could have known someone had gone that far forward and not taken a shot at him. That's actually the smart aspect of that play, is the fact that he didn't go for any kills, just waited for them to try and rotate back. Sonic holding on to an SG, but at least for a second, and I wonder if JT's going to try and retrieve that. That's all he can really hope to do. Just a USP in his hands, and while Dapper continuing to pad those stats a little bit off the back of some eco kills, it will be 14-11 in their favor. But this is where the buy should come back.
Yeah, more than enough money for ATK. I mean, you're seeing that Singularity are avoiding the B site because what we've seen Sonic be able to do there. They really set their sights on towards A, and they've been able to battle up for long control really well. It looks like they're going to be doing it yet again here. Flashbangs being thrown out. Seb going to lead the charge backwards, and Well, again, another kill comes through, potentially a second and a third.
He gets OC just with a one tap. That's a little bit lucky. And this momentum continues now for Singularity. Sonic trying to hold on to the cross, but one's already gone past before the smoke, and now all the nades fall down. It's just going to be the remaining two players trying to save. Actually, Sonic gets tagged up. This time I don't mind if the T's go hunting. Going into what could potentially be their last round, a decent amount of money onto everybody pretty much except Wrath. They can get rid of this AWP. And the chances are we won't be able to see one ball back up. I do feel like Sonic's been pretty good at just holding these angles with the AWP. JT, they're going to find out his position. Now Relics, he can afford another AWP, but doesn't really want to throw one into the hands of the opposition. And we're going to see the tag coming in. Sonic just about getting away around the corner. They're not over-facing, though, in this scenario. And the weapons will be saved.
Oh, they got the op. They got the M4. But Singularity's not going to care because they've got themselves 15 rounds. And yeah, just the spam through. ATK have been losing so heavily on the long challenges, and you'd think they would have, I guess, given up on it by now. And here we go. Potentially both teams taking their opponent's choice. Inferno as the third and final map. But obviously Singularity need one more round before we do get there. And I honestly feel like if Singularity take this map here, Tom, then they're going to take the series. I think there's a lot of frustrations on the side of ATK. There's been a lot of great individual plays like Sonic in the pistol round, and one of the gun rounds getting a nice 3 kills, and the Dink. But Modem's still on 5 kills. He was the one who was so vocal on Train to help get him riled up, and he's just been non-existent on this map.
Well, he's going to be the one to take the sacrifice once again. Dazzle this time will be the one to make it out into long. Again, we're going to see this aggressive short control taken, but it hasn't paid off too well for the CT side so far. It's almost been gifted to them, and Team Singularity have just been brute forcing their way out long, round and round again. JT will be boosted back onto the site. See, this should set them up for a really good retake, right? But that's something we haven't seen from them. Like, they have so much map control when it comes to this position, but they haven't utilized it just yet. Molotov's utility going to be sent out by the T's. JT tagged so low, and Dapper already closes him out. Modem going to try and make the big plays once again going through this smoke, but wow, that is pretty much exactly what's happened every single time. Failed attempts to be the hero, leaving his team in such a horrible position. The bomb yet to make its way to the side. The utility has been there to deny it, but there's so much time that the T's don't really need to rush. Fairly risky plant, but it doesn't matter. We are going to a third map. Floppy, he's been fantastic so far. This would have to be the best clutch of them all, and it isn't going to happen. It's the second map going the way of Singularity. Dapper and Seb really leading the way. And we're now going into the third and final map. I believe it's going to be